The easiest way to be successful is to model the behaviors of those who have already found success. And so on my journey, one of the things that's helped me grow, both as an individual and as a business owner, is by studying the habits and the patterns of billionaires. And from that studying, I started to notice there's hundreds of different ways to climb the mountain, but there's only one reoccurring thing that they all do. And since I started doing in my life and in my business, it's been transformative. And so in this video, I'm gonna break down what exactly that one thing is so that you can start doing it in your life. So what is that one thing? It's finding ways to hold yourself accountable, building internal discipline with myself. And so in a previous video, I broke out why this is so important and how this one habit helped me break out from being completely broke and renting a couch to being able to create a middle-class lifestyle and then an abundance lifestyle, all because of some small habits that you can start implementing in your life today. So here are the 3 best ways that I found to hold yourself accountable. And number 3 is the most valuable way I've found, but let's start with the easiest. Starting with number 1, Seinfeld Squares. So if you don't know who Jerry Seinfeld is, you probably live under a rock. But Jerry Seinfeld, when he was starting his career and when he was not famous, he would write a joke every day. And so what he did is he bought a calendar, and on that calendar, he would cross out the day as soon as he wrote a joke for the day. So every single day, he developed an internal discipline muscle with himself, and he started writing a joke every single day. What ended up happening is on that chain, he didn't want to break the chain. So you start to build ways to build momentum, and that's what the Seinfeld Squares do for you. You start to cross out days and you start to get a chain going. And then all of a sudden, when Big Mo gets on your side, momentum, Big Cousin Mo is what Darren Hardy references to, then it's easier to just keep doing the same thing repeatedly. And that's how you get results, is excellence comes from not doing crazy, enormous things. Excellence actually just comes from doing the basics really, really well, consistently over time. That's what wins championships. And so a way that I've implemented that in my life is every time I work out, I cross it out on the calendar. And I've noticed that I have a direct correlation between the amount of times I work out and my productivity and how I feel for the day. And so what the habit that has really helped me and transformed my life was working out specifically in the mornings to then be able to go have more energy and accomplish more during the day. Because what you do in the morning will set the tone for the rest of the day. So if you don't already, I'd highly encourage you, and I've done this with my students too, is to get a physical calendar or even a whiteboard that you can cross things out on and pick a habit that you can start doing daily. And you can start to see that habit in your life transform as you do it. That could be writing a joke, that could be working out, that could be making a call, that could be going on a walk, just whatever it is that you deem is gonna be the most important one thing for you to help you move to the next level, start tracking it. And when you start tracking it, you're gonna start to build confidence with yourself because you're gonna start to build internal discipline with yourself. Habit number 2 is a habit that I started doing years ago that has helped me stay focused on what I want to do and help me stay focused on what I want to achieve. Because in this world, we live in so much distractions. So here is how to avoid distraction and just stay focused. Number 2 is reviewing and reflecting on what your vision is compared to what you've actually done. So one of my favorite quotes is, what gets measured gets managed. And this is the same thing with Seinfeld Squares, right? Every single year, I chart my course for the year. I write down my goals for the entire year on what I want to do in my spiritual life, what I want to do in my relationship life, and what I want to do in my financial life. And I have key metrics that I want to achieve in those areas. I will then look back every single 90 days or every single quarter and see where I'm at in reflection to those goals. I will also do it every single month. So I look back from the year to the quarter, I look back from the quarter to the month, and then I also look back from the month to the week. And then I also look back from the week to the day. And so I reverse engineer every single day. So I'm gamifying and playing a game with myself to be the best version of myself in these areas. That helps me track it. And so every single day I'm writing down, what are my goals for today in those specific areas? What do I want to achieve? And I'm looking at those in the morning before I pick up my phone, before I get distracted, And then I'm also looking at them in the evening before I went to bed. And I'm reviewing, okay, what did I do today? What did I not do today? What do I need to make sure I do tomorrow to catch up or play defense? And so another term of this that I like to call it is offense versus defense. So before you pick up your phone, you play offense, you set the tone, you visualize what you're going to achieve today, and then you go set out and do it. And then guess what? You pick up your phone, you get text messages, you get emails, you get mail. That's other people's to-do list bogging you down. So I call that defense. And so you need to make sure that you put the mask on yourself and you go out and accomplish what you want before then you do your daily to-do list for everybody else that they put on you. That's the defense. And I run a retreat for real estate investors every single year in January where we go up to the mountains and we go snowboarding and we have an awesome time. And we also set those goals for the year and we review our goals and how we did from last year. And so it's a really fun place to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM. But that is the stuff that I love helping others do, and I've been doing now for the last decade. All right, and then that takes us to habit number 3. So in habit number 3, this is the most transformative one that I've had in my life. It takes into power the Hawthorne Effect. And so the Hawthorne Effect was an interesting study that was done in a work environment. And so they took a work environment and they were testing the lighting. They wanted to see if bright lights made people work more or dim lights made people work more. And so they wanted to make sure what was the perfect light setting for employers to get the maximum productivity from their employees. So what was interesting is when they turned the lights up, they found that it was a productivity increase because they told the employees they were gonna do this, they turned the lights up and boom, they were more productive. Then, interestingly enough, the next week they turned the lights down way more than what it originally was. And what was interesting is they found the exact same productivity levels of the employees. And so what the Hawthorne Effect proved was the lighting was not the reason the productivity level increased from the employees. The reason it increased was because there were people watching them. And because the study was being done, they knew that they were being watched and they increased their productivity level. And so the Hawthorne Effect proves that when we are being watched in our life, we will increase because we know we're on the watch. So how do we take this into my life? One of the things that Darren Hardy created from the compound effect, which I'd highly recommend, is he created what's called a peak performance meeting. And so I have a peak performance meeting with my peak performance partner every single Friday morning, every single week, and we do not miss. And so on that meeting, what we do is we cover our 3 wins for the week, our 3 losses for the week, our 3 fixes for those losses for the week, and then our 3 lessons for the week. We come to that meeting prepared with our stuff already journaled out for what happened, and then we just give it as a report to each other. And so I've been doing this now for 3 years and it's been transformative in our life. My peak performance partner has a 7-figure wholesaling business in Florida. I've done a few things in real estate as well. We really find it valuable for both of us to do it. And then I also have implemented that with my inner circle. So the guys that are tightest to me, the guys that are part of the coaching program that I do, we also pair them up with their own peak performance partner. So that way they have other business owners and other like-minded individuals that are coming prepared to meetings that are then getting better together and transforming each other's lives using the Hawthorne Effect. I can tell you at first it was hard. Sometimes I wouldn't come prepared to meetings. And guys, there's still times in my life where I will not do what I said I was gonna do. And that's the power of these meetings, because in the meetings, when I miss something, well, now if there's a fix that I said I'd do and I don't do it and I have the loss twice in a row, well, now we add accountability. And so we will make consequences with each other. If I miss something twice in a row, he'll say, hey, if this happens again, you need to donate $1,000 to a charity or to a cause that you don't believe in, right? And so during the political parties, it was a political party that I didn't support, right? And so sometimes we will do things for the carrot, but other times we need the stick. And that's what a peak performance partner is there for, is to make sure that you actually do the things that you're gonna say you're gonna do when you don't want to do it. And that's how you'll build the most internal discipline with yourself. So I hope you liked the video today. I know this one was a mindset and belief one, but I promise you, if you take just one thing from this, it's build discipline with yourself, because I promise you, you are worth it. And so if you guys like this video, I have another video that is about abundance and wealth And in that video, I will teach you exactly how to, in 10 minutes, get rid of your fear of being poor. So if you want to check out that video, click the link. And as always, I'll see you in the next.